Hello and welcome to a brand new show, Console Wars, with me, Blunners, and you,
I mean,
Triangleface.
Triangleface. Hello.
So, um, we've got a new show. It's going to be Console Wars. It's the ultimate gaming showdown. So, each episode we'll pick iconic retro consoles, and we'll pick the top 3 games, and we will try and make the best case to see why they're in our top 3. So, from unforgettable RPGs, and dive deep into what makes these games stand out and why they deserve a spot in.
Yeah, so get ready for a nostalgic trip down memory lane of heated debates and plenty of fun as we crown the ultimate retro gaming champions. So subscribe now and join the battle.
So, this week it's going to be the Super Nintendo, or as you guys over in America like to call it, the SNES. I don't know why you have to just say NES or SNES, but that's what you do. So this console, it was positive. It was a 16-bit, and it became the best-selling console of the 16-bit era, selling 49.1 million units sold worldwide by the time it was discontinued in 2003. So we had a bit of a different design actually. So we had the same as the Japanese, like this, the Super Famicom, and our friends in America got this horrendous piece. So,
yeah,
Tim, what do you think of this overall?
A lot nicer, doesn't it? That looks a bit nicer, that one.
Yeah, look, you got the more colourful buttons as well, but like everyone says, they do love this old chunky monkey, the big one. Yeah. So what we'll do now is we're going to pick 3 games each, and we're going to play a little bit of them. Let you guys then decide in the comments and let us know your favourite top 3 games. But we're going to go to my first pick first, and we will come right back to that now. Right, so I'm going to go first, and my pick is the one and only, the Super Mario Kart. So the SNES version. So yeah, I remember vaguely this coming out, but my brother, he was like really into his gaming, and that's basically what got me into it. I think this is the first time that Super Mario was actually in a car. This was the first like decent karting game I remember as a kid, and I'll just give you a bit of facts on it. Really, is that it sold 8.7 million. So it sold 8.7 million. That was by the time the SNES finished. And I just want to get the box art up as well, that iconic box art here. As you can say, the first time you saw Mario in a car. What were your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I did love this one. I would have had this as one of my picks, but you picked this one as well. So it is definitely up there as one of the best SNES games, I think. So I didn't ever own a SNES. So my list is going to be stuff that I've played and actually managed to get my hands on. So in my house we had a Mega Drive, and I did have a couple of mates who had a SNES, and I'd only really play if I went and visited them, so I didn't get to play it as much. I've never owned Mario Kart on the SNES, but I have played it plenty. So but I never actually owned it myself. But I did have a friend who had it, and one of the problems was he was obviously very good because he practiced all the courses and knew all the tracks. So I was never actually that good at this one. In later Mario Karts, I've gotten better and stuff and learned the tracks and things. But yeah, so I found this one difficult. It's more enjoyable for me when we would race against the computer in a cup and take it in turns rather than doing versus, because my mate who had it just knew the tracks really well. And playing again in more recent years, it is really hard. Like you play Mario Kart now, and it's really smooth. If you go back and play this, we'll see how you get on now because you're about to play it. But it is quite hard.
100%. Yeah. So just some more info on it. It came out in North America on the 1st of September 1992, but we didn't get it till the 21st of January 1993. Wow. 4 multi-cups consisting of 20 tracks, 5 in each cup. The difficulties of 50cc, 100cc, and obviously 150cc. There was a little battle mode as well. They had about 4 courses. We had your balloons, and also it was the first one to use Mode 7 graphics. It's saying here. So what I'll do is let's load it up. So yeah, it's got that iconic music, but you can't hear it at the minute. So yeah, just going to play the first. I'm literally just going to play the first level on this. Yeah. The first level, the first track. Yeah. And be Mario himself. So yeah, I remember my brother bringing this back, and I was just absolutely overwhelmed with it. Like, wow. But yeah, let's see how this Can I get the boost? You got to get the boost. And I didn't get it.
It's another one where we had that big graphical jump from like a NES to a SNES. I think at the time, this was just like mad, wasn't it? That you got these sort of graphics. And even now, looking at it now, the pop-up isn't that bad. Like,
no,
I remember like being like really blocky, but it's not too bad considering it came out in what, 92.
Oh, I'll take that. And also, I didn't do it, but did you take this cut over here?
Yeah, sometimes if you have the mushroom, I think there's another shortcut somewhere you can get through a gap if you've got a mushroom.
Well, brother, yeah, it's so you press it and it,
yeah,
it proper
you're doing
turns.
well, though. Look at that.
Yeah,
I didn't realise as well until going back that this game had the coins, because they took the coins out for a while, didn't they? Like, you didn't collect coins in like Mario Kart Wii. I don't think you did coins in Mario Kart 64 either. But then when you go back and play like the ones on the DS, and now in Mario Kart 8, you collect the coins again. So I went back and played. So I didn't realise. Yeah, this one actually had the coins as a feature.
It's like Donkey Kong would bugger off with them. Has it got the rubber banding on this where you just can't get away like it has on the N64 version?
Sorry,
just
so what's that?
Keep catching you up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they did it.
Bosh, boom.
Well, there you go. Did you like nearly lap Toad?
Yeah, I lapped. I did lap someone, but yeah. So Mario Kart.
It's definitely up there. Yeah, it's definitely up there as one of the best, I think. Absolutely.
So how do you think? Has it aged for you?
I think it has aged a bit, and that's only because I've kind of kept up with Mario Kart as a series and a franchise. I've been playing like Mario Kart 8. But I still think it's still a fun game to play. Is it as good as like Mario Kart 64 or Mario Kart Wii? Arguably, probably it isn't. But it's got that nostalgia effect, hasn't it? You go back and remember playing it as a kid. Thinking like a young kid were to play it for the first time now, they probably wouldn't spend much time on it. Be like, no, I want to play Mario Kart 8. But I think it still holds up pretty well. It's still a decent, solid game.
Yeah, so do I. So is Mario Kart your game? Let us know in the comments. So that is my first pick. So we'll go now on to yours, Triangleface.
Okay.
After this.
Okay. So my first pick is Super Bomberman 3. So Super Bomberman 3 came out in 1995. We did look at some data for how many copies it sold. We only found it sold about 6.1 million in Japan alone. So not quite sure how many it sold in other countries, but it came out in 1995. Do you say we got it last? Came out in Europe. When did it come out in Europe?
Yeah, we always get it last. October 95. It says it came out in Europe.
So the reason I've gone for this, again, as I mentioned earlier in the show, I didn't have a SNES, so I didn't actually play as many SNES games. But this just wanted to get my hands on to play a bit, and the battle mode was brilliant, as it is today. Like everyone knows Bomberman. There's loads of different installments of it, but for me, Bomberman 3 is my favourite entry. So yeah, should we have a look at the box art as well? Yeah, let's look at the box art of Bomberman 3.
Yeah. So as soon as you said Bomberman 3, I remember I forgot what they called again.
Louis.
The little Louis, yeah. I remember them, but I didn't remember playing it as much as
I played this one a lot. Yeah, this is the one I played the most.
So I played the first one a lot, but yeah, not really played this one. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like. So
okay, without
further ado, let's load it up. So yeah, obviously Bomberman was massive hit back in the day, wasn't it? There we go.
Oh yeah.
Got them falling from the sky.
So I'm just going to have a quick glance at the battle mode, and I'll come back to the normal game. But you can see in here, there's like loads of cool options. So you obviously have like the big team ones.
Did you have to have 5 players?
You can have up to 5 players. Yeah, you can have loads of people playing. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and there's all the different characters you can play as. I thought it was really cool. And engagement places. Right, let's see if I can go back. And let's start the actual campaign mode. Right, let's hide that quick.
But yeah, I was saying this one kind of like slipped me by because obviously Super Bomberman was the first one is my nostalgia.
Hang on, I'm just going to try and get rid of that. There we go. Got that on the screen. Now I need to launch again. There we go. Right.
Normal game. What's the normal game then? Is that the?
You could do 2-player that as well.
Okay.
You can do 2-player. Right.
So it's got a bit of story to it, hasn't
It has got a bit of story, actually. Yeah, I remember this. This takes me back, actually. This bit.
Goes to planet Earth. Flies along. I don't remember. I literally
Do you
don't
remember this? Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, those are all the people that end up becoming like the bosses for each level.
So.
And in this one, you had the two Bombermans. You had like the main one that you play as, and then you had like player 2.
So just reading the wiki on this, Triangleface, it's saying it was released in Japan and the PAL regions, that's us, but not in North America due to the closure of Hudson Soft USA. So we actually finally got something over the Americans here, so they actually didn't get it.
They've missed out on a cracker as well. This is a great game. Right, so that's like the main baddie. And then, so these are all the different worlds. So, yeah, there's one of them has gone to each planet. And then you have to go to each world. All the bosses sort of.
Yeah, kind of like Mega Man. Then so you got a boss which you've got to go and take out.
Each one, but you have to do them in order.
Do you get any powers for taking them?
No.
Oh, okay.
But you can see you got like the one with the volcanoes underwater. You got the snow one. So that's all like the different levels you have to go across. And there you go. Is Bomberman and his mate. Oh, I guess is also called Bomberman. Don't know. I don't know what his mate's called.
Bomberman Junior.
Yeah, Bomberman Junior. Bomber Bro.
Bomber Bro.
Right.
Anything that begins with a B.
First planet.
Yeah, so it says one night, Bangler enters a junkyard inside his UFO. He finds the bodies of 5 dastardly bombers.
And I got Louis straight away. It's the blue one. What's this guy do?
So why is he walking around on his kangaroo? I'm trying
to figure out what this one. I don't think this one does. Oh, this one can kick. Can you kick blocks? No, I think this one might kick bombs. So I don't want to test it just in case I mess up and die. Yeah, if I do
that would be quite funny.
you can kick the bombs.
Yeah, okay.
That's his power.
So there you go. So you can lob one onto him down there.
So every level, you're likely to get like a couple of power ups. As long as you don't die, you keep them. So you would actually lose your power ups if you die, I think. So and you get back to like just having one bomb. Which is a real pain. You want to like keep stacking it.
I'll just be booting them everywhere.
Oh, another one. So if I lose this one, the other thing is it acts like a shield because if I get hit, the Louis dies, but Bomberman's all right.
Oh, okay. So it's like an extra life kind of thing.
Yeah. Let's trap him in there, and that'll blow up the little thing as well.
Bosh, that's him done. You trap this one.
Oh, that didn't work. Did it?
Yes, you kick it away from him.
Oh, right. I'll blow up this thing. I'm going to try
block him in.
Yeah, let's block him in, trap him.
Oh, so you've got to take out all of them to then take out the middle, yeah?
Yeah, you don't. You only take out the glowing orb things. You don't have to get all the squares, but I like you want to kind of get the power ups and stuff. But for now, I've got to speed up. Let's hope this guy gets got.
No,
can't go that way. Right, if he goes up that way. There we go.
There you go. No hard.
Get him, and then if we get the, I might blow up this guy as well. Obviously, it does get a lot harder. This is fairly basic at the moment. Let's go.
Oh, I thought you were going to get stuck then.
Oh,
oh, hello.
Get off. He's just walking around, isn't he? Let's try and trap him.
He's too quick for you, mate.
Yeah. Oh no! I trapped him. Let's try and trap him.
Do another one. There you go. Oh. Now do it.
There we go.
There you go. Got him.
That took longer than it should have done. Right. Let's get this bit. And then what should happen is then all of the ones I haven't picked up turn into coins. And you can collect all the coins. There we go.
Boom.
That releases that. And I can walk up here. My Louis' little dance. And it gives me a little bit of time to go and collect. Oh no, that's not Bomberman 3. That's a different Bomberman I'm thinking of. Right, that's the first piece then for this guy.
First piece of the puzzle.
And once you've done all the areas, you get the to the boss stage. There you go. You have to go from bits. So there you go. What do you think, Bomberman 3?
Yeah, I think I quite like that actually. I like the look of it. I need to go back and play it. I haven't actually played that one at all, to be honest. I vaguely remember it, but I don't remember the plot or anything like that. But like you're saying, 5-player back in the day, that'd have been brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Multi-tap going on. But yeah, quite a good choice.
There you go. So let us know in the chat if you think, in the comments, is Bomberman 3 one of your favourite SNES games? We'll see.
It's all right. We'll go on to my second choice now then. So we'll see you in the next part. Right, so this brings me on to my second choice, and yeah, it has to be the one, the only Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. So this one came out in 1994, and it sold a whopping 9.3 million units. That sold more than Mario Kart. Just let that sink in a bit there.
Yeah.
That's massive. So maybe that's the reason why he's getting his own thing at Universal Studios alongside Mario, because it is a bit, and he's also in the Mario film as well, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it says here, it come out in 18th of November 1994, and I think that was worldwide, because it's not just telling me it was in one country. So it's the third best selling Super Nintendo game as well.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and don't forget there was also a 2 and a 3, and he's not even in 3, is he? It's like the baby Kong,
3's Diddy Kong
and Dixie,
yeah,
isn't it? 2's.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it says here, following the announcement at CES in June 1994, Donkey Kong was highly anticipated and backed by a major campaign that cost $16 million just in America alone. Wow.
It is, we're about to see, but it is very impressive graphically, I think, for the time. I can remember being impressed by the graphics on this one.
So what was your thoughts about
loved Donkey Kong Country. Did actually play this one a lot, and this is one that I have played again later in life. I didn't have it as a kid because again didn't have the SNES, and this is one that I did get FOMO over, and I did play a lot around some friends' houses, and got really into it. And I've kind of gone back and played it since on other systems and collections and stuff. So yeah, I can remember watching it, seeing it on TV as well, because I think they had a challenge on Games Master and that sort of thing, and just watching people play it. I just think the graphics on it looks really cool at the time. I mean, they still kind of hold up pretty well now, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
I remember,
they do look nice.
You go in here, don't you? And all his bananas have been stolen, haven't they?
His banana hoard's gone.
And yeah, look at the graphics on it. But yeah, so he first appeared back in what? 1985, was it? With Super Mario, aka Jumpman.
Jumpman and
Kong, so on these levels, barrels. You got to try and get all the. Get all.
It's funny actually. They kept like the throwing barrels thing is like stuck with him.
But for me, them minecart levels, they're fantastic, aren't they?
And I really like the animals you get to like ride. Like you get the
Stampy,
ostrich,
is it? I remember
there's a frog, there's a rhino, there's like, in the underwater levels there's like a swordfish.
Swordfish, that's it.
Yeah.
I think, is there a rhino in this one?
There's a rhino in this level, I think. And there's a few bits like Donkey Kong can take those guys out, but Diddy Kong can't.
Diddy Kong can't, Is it? You have to throw these. You have to throw one into like a wall, don't you?
Yeah, I think there's like a damaged wall. There you go. You got one of the bits.
Oh, and if you get each level's got one of them, so if you get all 3, then you get
Isn't there like a little secret
bonus level? Here he is. Is it Stampy?
I think so. Yeah, you can just charge and knock people over.
Take out the little rodents. The music's phenomenal, isn't it?
That's when they go.
Here we go. This little sneaky part I was on about.
Do you know what's quite interesting? We, if you remember a while back, we had Christian Jin on the show on RGR Live, and this is the level that he did on his Games Master appearance the first time. He played this level on Donkey Kong, and what he did to get the best times, he didn't use that shortcut. He jumped over it, and it was actually quicker because they're doing a time trial. It was quicker to jump over that and just run straight to the end than it was to go through that segment under the cave, and that's how he won his golden joystick.
All right, I forgot about that little sneaky entrance there. I don't know if it's taken Stampy off me or not.
It shouldn't have done, no. There you go.
But yeah, some of them cannon levels and the minecart levels are just fantastic. And I've never really understood. But look at the graphics. Look at it. Look, and then it's just gone to nighttime there.
I don't know how they got this looking that good in, the mid 90s. It's quite impressive, really. And did you ever watch the Donkey Kong cartoon?
Yes.
The 3D animated, and it wasn't very good, but I do remember going, we've got a Donkey Kong cartoon. I think most of that was like
Yes,
banana puns and stuff.
yes, I do remember that actually. But I'm trying to think, what was the when was that out? Actually, God, when was that
I
out?
don't know.
But yeah, I remember it being really bad. Didn't they do
Yeah, it
like a
wasn't good.
reboot on it as well?
I don't
Didn't
know.
they do
I
a
can remember it
reboot?
had all the Kong family. She had Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Cranky Kong,
Yeah.
Funky Kong, Candy Kong, I think. And
Candy
then
Kong.
you
Cranky.
had
How many is there now? There's now Cranky Kong, isn't there?
yeah,
And there's
and
now
then
what's the dude one?
Funky Kong.
That's it, Funky
Yeah, you
Kong.
got Funky
Yes.
Kong. And then you had I think King K. Rool was like obviously the villain in it. With
He's the bad
crocodiles
guy.
and
Yeah,
stuff,
I've got
but
him as an amiibo.
yeah.
Actually,
it was it wasn't a good show, but it looked impressive. The graphics were good on it and stuff. The animation of it, but yeah, it wasn't particularly good.
So Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo. That is my second pick. So let me know in the comments if that is something you played or you had us. So right, let's go over to your one, Triangleface. Over to your second pick after this.
So, pick number 2 for Triangleface. It's not going to be much of a surprise. I'm picking a Final Fantasy game. So I'm going with Final Fantasy V. Now, I think 6 has got a lot of love. Lots of people rave about Final Fantasy 6. And I do like 6, but I really enjoyed Final Fantasy V. And yeah, it's got like a cool job system. So a lot of the games like this, not just Final Fantasy, but general RPGs, normally like, there's a character that's a mage or there's a character that's a knight, and then you have like a white mage and a black mage and things like that for like healing and offensive magic. And in this, you pick the job of the characters, so that the character's not predetermined for a job. You can give them different jobs, and then you can swap them around. So somebody could be your white mage for a while and learn all the curing spells. Once they've learnt them, you can then change their job and they retain the stuff they learnt while they were a white mage. So you can then kind of have you can either have like good mixture of hybrid jobs for characters, or you can kind of super focus in on one and keep them the same job the whole time, so they get the higher level abilities and stuff. So I just really enjoyed that system. It's been a long time since I played it, so I don't really remember the story all that well, but I know there was a chocobo called Bocco in it, and yeah, that's kind of much all I can remember. That you got to get there, you get a party together, you have these different jobs, and you fight monsters. So yeah, we'll.
It's not something I've ever played, to be honest. I'm just looking up now. So released the 6th of December 1992. So it was an early game that came out on the Super Nintendo, but it's that well sought after that it's been re-released for Switch, PS4, and the Xbox. So it's that sort. It says here it sold more than 350,000 copies. So it didn't even really hit 1 million at the time. So
no, but I don't know how many it sold if you take into account all the re-releases and stuff. I wonder.
Yeah, I can't. It doesn't. I haven't got any things for that. But I just let me get the.
Oh, sorry, you're going to do box art.
Yeah, I just want to do the box art.
Have a look at the box art. Can you box art over my screen? There we go.
So is that your main character? Does he got a name?
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to remember what his name is now. So again, it's been a long time since I played it, so I can remember the name of the chocobo being Bocco. I can't remember the main.
So that was that big choco that you're on about. Main name Bartes, isn't it?
Bartes. Okay.
Barts or Barts?
Barts.
Game begins as a wanderer named Barts. That's the one thing I always found. I tried looking into like Final Fantasy games, but I found that I couldn't just like each game was completely different. It's not like a continuous story.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That was the one thing I was finding a bit odd at times.
But there's kind of like a running theme. So supposedly the story of it all was there's a game developer who had some unsuccessful games and was told, right, if your next game is successful, you're going to be out of a job basically. So he decided I would stop making games I think other people want and just make my game that I want to make for myself. And he called it Final Fantasy because he thought it might be his final game that he makes, and it was a big success. And then that's where like the name came from, of Final Fantasy.
It was all on NES. Was it on the NES? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because this is 5, so one goes back quite far. I don't think we actually got one released over here. I think it's only like in Japan. But yeah, each game has like a few common themes. Like there's always a guy called Sid. There's always
why is that?
I don't know, it's a guy called Sid in the game. They often have chocobos in it, or chocobos, I think they're pronounced. And then you get summons, and a lot of the summons are the same. So there's quite a lot of common themes, like the magic and stuff like that, kind of goes through each game. But the story in the world that the game is set in is always different. So it's a completely original story each time. All right, so this is just like setting up. They've got the dragons. I think there's like 2. Again, it's been such a long time since I played this one. I'm trying to remember like bits of the plot, but yeah, I know there's like.
So it's all
2 different
turn-based as well.
nations. Yeah, it's all the same sort of turn-based
Yeah.
battle system. So hopefully I can get through the intro bit and get some battles. And we're not just sat here looking at reels of dialogue for ages.
Dialogue, yeah, because that's the only thing is like, do you know what I mean? It just they take one. I get it. Once you're into it, you're in. But it takes such a long time to get into, because it's kind of like what I'm finding with that new Mario game that's come out. It's like this. It's a lot of talking. You just want to play.
Dialogue. And that's the thing as well. It's like some of them have got really strong starts. Like that's why I think 7 has got a really good opening, because you just start fighting straight away. Like you jump off a train, you walk forward, you fight a guard, and then the game started, and then it kind of winds back a little bit and gives you some. Yes, remember this now. Faris, like the pirate.
The wind has stopped. Did it just say?
Yeah, wind has stopped. These are all the different characters that eventually sort of form your party.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just trying to read up a bit on it. Like you say, in the job system, players can freely select jobs for their characters, like you were saying earlier. The plot, the backstory of Final Fantasy V is revealed phases through cutscenes and interactions of non-playable characters 1 millennium before the events of the main story.
Yes, there's the crystal. There was another game actually that I've played that's on the like just on Android tablet. I think it's Final Fantasy Crystal Dimensions or something, and that's very similar to this, like job system and stuff. And you get like 2 different parties. There you go. So the crystal's shattered, and you get all these different shards. Yeah, I'm starting to remember a lot more of the story now. I think you're going to kind of collect all these crystal shards. Yeah, here you go. Here's Bocco and Bartes or Bartz, whatever his name is.
Bartz, whatever his name is, yeah. So this is your first part then. So yeah, we'll see. At least show us.
It'd be nice to get in a fight.
Yeah.
He's just sat here warming his hands up on the
fire.
On the
Waiting
fire.
for some dialogue.
Yeah. There we go.
What was that?
This is all the setup, you see.
What is that? Potato?
I think it's
an asteroid.
Yeah, meteor.
Yeah, meteor or something.
There you go.
There you go. Look at that. A bit of good graphics. 1992.
Yeah.
Look at that. Bosh. You think Donkey Kong was 94, so that's an extra 2 years of the system being out.
Right.
There you go.
Off we go.
Oh, hello.
Riding on this chocobo.
He's quick, isn't he?
Right. Now.
Oh, so it goes out into like an open world kind of.
Yeah. There's the meteor that's just landed.
There you go, and then he hops off.
Wait to hear, Bocco. He's got a question mark at the moment because he hasn't got a name. We're going to probably name him in a bit.
Name him. Triangle.
I do wonder whether this is like an area where I can get in random encounters. We might have a battle.
Lord Farquhar.
Oh. These goblins have captured the scale.
Here we go. Right.
We've got a battle.
Boom. Bit of action.
Right. Fight.
Look at that little jazz hands. Oh, took 32 off him. He's dead.
Let's see, I've not got my options. I've got fighter items, so let's hit him with a sword. There we go.
That's got to be him dead. Yes.
20 GP, 6 XP. Now, when you get further into the game, you get the job points and things like that, and you can give the different skills to different characters. So she's Rena. Right. And this is where I think you can enter your name. So you normally get to rename the characters. So let's not worry about that. Oh, he hasn't got a name. Literally.
Oh, so you've got to give him a name.
Let's call him Tim.
Triangle.
That's probably why I couldn't remember what his name was.
His name.
You just enter any
your own in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like whenever I play Zelda, I have to call him Link. I can't call him anything else.
No, I can't call him. Yeah, you got to call him Link. Right. Like I say, a lot of these games start off with quite a big bit of story before the game really kicks off. So this is just a little taste of the intro.
Yeah. Maybe we'll leave it there as we've got to 9 minutes.
But I bet if you're watching, you're already sucked in. You want to know what's going on with that meteor, why the wind stopped. So, is it the best one? Let's know. But you're itching to find out. You have to go play it. I'm itching to find out now because I cannot remember the story very well because it's been such a long time since I played it.
I was going to say, when do you reckon it was? When did you last play it?
Now, I didn't play it on the SNES. I think I played one of the re-releases. I think I played it on the PS1.
Okay.
I had one of the anthologies. The thing is, it's got quite a lot of things similar to 6. And there's also that one on the Android that's very similar as well. That's got a job system. I've got that on my phone, and I hadn't used to play it on my tablet. I just remember the job system, and I wanted to have a Final Fantasy game in my list, and this was on the SNES, and I thought this is probably I prefer this one to 6 personally. So yes, that's why I picked it.
Okay, so that is Triangleface's second choice. Do you agree? Do you agree with these Final Fantasies? Let us know in the comments, and we'll go on to my third and final choice after this. Right, so it's time for my third pick, and my third pick is Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. So this is the first time I played a game where you see something and you can't actually get on it. You actually have to make your way back. So this obviously is the whole point of having a Metroidvania game. So once you've upgraded yourself, you then can come back with like your rockets and your suits and getting the morph ball mode as well. So I'll just give you a bit of details. To be fair, it sold pretty poorly. It sold 1.42 million copies worldwide, which I would have hoped for it to be done a lot better than that. It came out in Japan on March 19th, 1994. America got it on the 18th of April, and we had to wait until the 28th of July, but this was all in 1994.
It's definitely got some better recognition now, hasn't it? It's kind of like a favourite on the system.
100%.
I like to say we call them Metroidvania games, don't we? Because of the genre that this and Castlevania have kind of created.
So Samus, you play the bounty hunter Samus Aran, and I didn't realise that at the time when I first got it. I thought that was their name, Metroid. It was his name, because you didn't know it was actually a lady until you complete it at the end and the suit comes off. But here's the box art of it. I mean, you've got that Mega Man style gun, which you can charge up. You get missiles. You get all kinds of different weapons on it. And one of the main bad protagonists, because the Metroids are them creatures that come and literally just dive on you, and the only way you can get them off is going into a morph ball and dropping a bomb. But they're basically sucking the blood out of you and taking your health down. I love the bit you can get your energy tanks, upgrade your weapons. That main, how would you describe it? Like dinosaur kind of looking, called Ridley, and still makes an appearance in the odd game here and there. Obviously, this 2D side-scrolling style obviously made a comeback on the Switch with the Metroid game that they released on there. So that done really well as well. So yeah, this was the catalyst. I don't know if you ever played any of these games before?
I have never played through a Metroid game.
Yeah, mate.
Metroid.
I've
played some Castlevania, and I played other Metroidvania games, but I've not played Super Metroid. Obviously, I'm familiar with Samus and play Samus quite a bit on Super Smash Brothers, but yeah, not actually played this one.
So you've got the map that comes up either side, and you jump down. I'm just checking the weapons. So yeah, you jump. You have to use your trigger, your L and R button to point in the top angles, and that's about your full motion. You get upgrades later on where you can keep jumping, you can drop down into a morph ball. But yeah, so this is just the opening of the game, and you can't drop into the morph ball here where you'd press down twice. I mean, this is the follow-on from the Game Boy title, Metroid 2. So it's a game that I came back into. I came to it later because my brother picked it up when I was younger. And it was like the first time, so the Metroid's broken out here.
Right.
And where is it? And you got these dead bodies on the floor. because I've got the Metroid amiibo and it's all squishy because it looks like it's like a jellyfish / brain with teeth, isn't it? Like, doesn't really see any eyes or anything on it. But here we are.
Yeah, there's one.
And it's always made that noise. I can't. Yeah. So here's Ridley. There's Ridley.
Yeah, I think he's a playable character in Smash Brothers as well now.
Yes, he is. Yeah,
The ultimate,
or she is. I don't know if it's a he or she. I can't remember. Getting my ass handed to me here. Bearing in mind, this is the opening of the game. I don't have any other power-ups yet. So Ridley's trying to nick this Metroid.
Yeah.
The music's great. I'm going to die already. I think
you actually are supposed to die. So
you are supposed to die, so you lose all your power-ups. Self-destruct sequence. So now you got to get the hell out of here because it's about to blow up. Obviously, Ridley's taken off with that Metroid and she wants to use it.
So she's not just a monster then. She's actually got a plan. And
she's actually got a plan.
Yeah.
She's there to take these Metroids and use them to her advantage. But you're a bounty hunter, so that's the whole thing about Samus. You're there to make money by... Oh. I didn't take any damage there. Because you always start like the game with like your power. Oh, I can't even get up there. Wait for that. And it's like, obviously,
then you lose them.
My whole tilt's gone.
Yeah.
At the minute. Because we're at an angle here. Oh, are you kidding me? There you go. It's really hard to control.
And what kind of happens when you die then? Does it regularly save? Do you have to find like checkpoints?
Yeah, it's not like you've got to go all the way back to the start. But yeah, here you go. So then it's all blowing up. You get away on your ship. And whenever you land somewhere, you always start with nothing.
So you start with nothing on the planet, and you got to
then you have to like start upgrading yourself. Like get into like heated areas, you need the armor. If you get to cold areas, you need the cold armor.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So that you can survive in them areas. There's always hidden like energy tanks everywhere, which I had to use the guide for. That's your ship. That's always your same ship in all the games, even the Infusion and everything like that. You come back to it, you can save. Even in Metroid Prime, it's the same ship. That is Samus's ship. So yeah,
cool, awesome.
So I'll leave it there. So yeah, Super Metroid, Super Nintendo, the European version got the big box as well when it came out. Absolutely love this game. Stop sharing.
Nice one.
Yeah, so that's my third and final choice. Let us know if that's something you enjoy. Put it in the comments if you've played this or if you've completed it like I have. And we will go on to Triangleface's final one.
Final pick.
After this.
So, third and final game for me. Final game of the show. I've kind of saved the best for last for me. So, gone with a heavy hitter. And that's Super Mario All-Stars. Has been my third pick. I mean, it's a must-have game in my opinion on the system because it's got a collection of Mario games on there. My favourite of the collection is definitely Super Mario Brothers 3. I think 1 is great, and they all hold up really well. 1's really good, as the first title in the series. I think 2 was a bit of a weird jump. I personally am not a huge fan of 2, but I know some people where 2 is actually their favourite. It's very different, isn't it? Because 2 was actually originally not going to be a Mario game. It was like a completely different...
Doki Doki Panic, it was called.
Yeah, so it's going to be
like
not
an even
actual
game. Yeah, they just chucked a Mario skin on it.
They put the Mario IP over the top of the
finished
game.
They thought that the Lost Levels would be too hard for us Westerners.
Because the Lost Levels is actually like Mario something else
That's
in
Mario
Japan.
2 in Japan,
Yeah, Mario 2 in Japan. But it is quite hard. I think that one. I've not really played that one a huge amount. And then I think in some versions of All Stars, they brought out another one, didn't they? Which was Super Mario All Stars plus Mario World. I like Mario World again. Really, really good one. I think that's a lot of people's favourites.
That was on my list.
But, my favourite was Mario 3. But to pick a game, Mario All Stars I think is definitely up there as one of the best games on the system.
So let's get the box art up. That iconic Mario with a magic hat on.
Then you got to have it. You got to have this in your
all
collection.
3 with the lost levels. You got Birdo there, which
I don't know anyone who's got a SNES that doesn't have this game. It's like it's a must-have. Yeah. It's a must-have game.
It is a must-have.
It really is,
so
definitely.
when you want to, so you saying that it sold 10 point, what was it? 10.5 million.
10.5 million.
And it also, when it came back out on the Wii, it sold another 2.24 million there. So, which is mental. So yeah, 10.55 million copies sold by 2015. Critics considered it one of the best SNES games and praised the updated graphics and music. So yeah, it is right up there. Do you know what I mean? It is.
See, this is the plus Super Mario World version as well.
It is an absolute banger, like you said. You remember?
You got the dates here as well.
Super Mario World.
Let's go here. You got 1987 Super Mario
classic.
The Lost Levels unreleased in Europe. Mario 2, 1989, 1991.
When you think back to it, it's just a copy of old games that were out on the NES. So, is this for people that missed the NES or the NES?
Maybe. I mean,
some people
when I think so, is Mario, because Mario 1 until obviously on the NES. Was Mario 3 on the NES as well? Was that?
That came with my NES.
So yeah.
And the Lost Levels, you go left to the Lost Levels. I've got that on the Famicom disc.
Right.
That is Move Mario 2. So I've actually got that at the disc level, which comes in, and it is a little square like that. That's why. And I never realised until I've seen it now that it was like that. But this was the start of Nintendo re-releasing all their stuff like they still do now. Like they bring Wii U games out on the Switch, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're re-releasing old games, and they're still done it there. But yeah, let's play the first level of Super Mario Bros. 3. What a game! So, this will probably be on this Mario Bros. 3 will probably be on when we do the NES or the NES version of this. This will probably be on my one of that. But they're iconic level, and I don't know if you remember. If it's on this level, but I remember my brother showing me some like little tricks, like right near the end. If you hold down, you go behind the scene.
Level. Yeah, it might be on this level. It might be on like the 3rd level or something. But
there was always things.
So if I see it, I'll.
There was always things about like you hear from your mate, don't you? Mates at school like would be talking about it. I remember they're in the McDonald's toys as well. Do you remember that?
I think at one point. The fact that there's so many secrets in this as well, like loads of people and this is before the internet, so you would just literally hear rumors about, there's a secret passage, there's a secret pipe here, there's a this, that, and the other. So yeah, it was great to like find those little secrets everywhere.
Because I remember mates that basically would have his NES, and he was like, "Yeah, I've completed Mario," and I was like, "What? Have you done that?" And he basically was like, "Yeah, I've just left it running all day while I'm at school, and I'll come back and finish playing it when I get home." Because there wasn't like save states or anything like that. But yeah,
there you go. Level done. Bit of cheeky flying over the top there.
That is a bit of a cheeky one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's level 3 that has the.
And then is it in the second world where you use the hammer and you can cut through and there's little hidden bits there? Remember this one when you slide down? Yeah.
It's just
what a game though. But do you know what I mean? Like you've got 3. I didn't really have the one with Super Mario World as well, but 3. You had at least 3 iconic games there. 1, 2, and 3. Lost Levels were pretty much lost on me as a kid, but it's just so good, so good. And the fact that you can still play them now, this just proves.
They hold up so well, though, don't they?
Hold up,
all of them.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to catch. Like specific things. There was a trick actually. If you were running full tilt and jumped to the right time, you'd always get a star. Right. So this bit should be where you get the whistle.
Yeah, the whistle that would then just warp you forward. And was it the 4th world that had the giants on it, where everyone was a giant?
Yeah, giant world.
There was like a different theme. This is the one that's got that angry sun, isn't it, that chases you everywhere?
And the thing as well, it's like, it's cool that you can do that, but I would always like to actually play through the levels, because otherwise you're missing out, aren't you? Because it's a good game. You don't want to skip everything.
But how do you? Well, I think this one saves, didn't it? But on the NES, I'm not sure how you actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever actually played this on the NES. So here it is. So let's get rid of this guy and then crouch down, and you fall.
Yeah, you fall up behind the scene, don't you? There you go, like that. And I remember my brother telling me about this.
There is a fan theory on this actually, that the whole of Mario 3 is actually a play and that's what at the beginning there's a curtain that comes up, and the whole game is actually them putting on a show. There you go. There's the warp whistle.
Gosh, brilliant.
Boom. So I think that's probably a good place to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Perhaps use the warp whistle quick so we can see where we go. So we go, off he goes. On to new worlds. There you go. So if you use it here, you can go to 2, 3, or 4. If you use it later, you can skip ahead. So I can go straight to World 4 from here. I think if you stick around a bit longer in the earlier worlds, you do get another warp whistle, so you could just use one then the other. And
yeah,
to the end.
there is loads of them. There's about 2 or 3, I think. There's 3, I think. 3 warp whistles. I think there's another one.
There
but
you go. So World 4 within how long have I been going? About 5 minutes. 5
minutes, if that. Yeah, you've already got to World 4.
There you go. Right, let's wrap that up. So yeah, I don't know whether obviously you've picked some really iconic things. You've picked Donkey Kong, Metroid, and what was your first game? What did you pick?
My first game.
Yeah. Mario Kart, of course. Yeah. So you've got some. Those are like real heavy hitters. I think mine have been a bit more obscure. Bomberman 3, Mario All Stars being a collection of games from another system. So I don't know if people are going to vote for that as the best game on the SNES.
But it's like you said, you didn't own a SNES.
I didn't own a SNES.
I mean, so it's a bit different for you. But Mario All Stars is a massive hit. That's a massive hit. And like you said, I don't know anyone who didn't have that either. To be honest,
it is. I think it's a must-have for the system personally. So, but yeah, let us know in the comments if that is your top pick or what you thought of our choices.
Right, so what we'll do now is we'll just wrap it up. So this is our first one. So we're making this like members only. The Level Up members, you'll get this straight away. As soon as I've edited it and uploaded it, you will have it. Everyone else, you'll have to wait until a date that we've set, maybe 2 or 3 days later. But we're going to be doing a lot more of these. This might be just part 1 because there's loads of games we've still missed off. So Super Nintendo, as in... what do I used to play on here all the time? I used to play The Legend of Zelda, Super Mario World, Street Fighter. We hadn't even got on it. Do you know what I mean? NBA Jam. There's some absolutely banging games on here. So I just got up here the top selling games. Super Mario World #1 with 20 million sales. Then like Mario All Stars was with 10. Yeah. Donkey Kong Country with 9.3. What we said. Then it was Mario Kart. Then it was Street Fighter. Donkey Kong Country 2 was #6. #7 was Link to the Past, Zelda. #8 was Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. #9 was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And then #10, I hadn't even mentioned him, Star Fox. Do you mean that iconic game? What a game that was. I'm going to go down to 20 because there's still so many bangers on it.
I mean, as soon as you mentioned Street Fighter 2, I was thinking, why didn't I pick Street
number
Fighter
11, Donkey Kong Country 3. Dixie Kong's Revenge. #12 was Final Fantasy 4. #13 was Killer Instinct. #14 Dragon Quest. Another one I've forgotten about. #15 F-Zero. Love them games. #16 Dragon Quest 5. #17 Chrono Trigger. #18 Final Fantasy 5 that you picked. And then #20 Super Mario RPG. Didn't even mention that one. So, do you know what I mean? A great console. Obviously, let us know yours. We could always do a part 2 later down the line, but this is just the first part of this. We're going to be doing Super Nintendo. We're going to do Game Boy. We can do the NES. What else are we looking at?
What is going to be the next system then for the next episode?
Do you know what? We'll keep that quiet and we'll decide between us. Okay. Make sure we've got the games and ready to play it. So, that is it for this episode. So let us know if you've enjoyed it because we've enjoyed doing it. We've enjoyed playing some games. Trying to work out a better way of obviously being able to get the music on there as well. But we will do that. But so for the end of the episode, if you're new here, I'm Blunners. He's Triangleface. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like, a comment, and like you always do on everything. And we'll see you in the next one.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.